Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. It's Kim here and I am back. Yay! Oh, what a whirlwind 2 weeks. I have had so much fun, so many activities, and I documented nothing. We didn't have time. Oh no, I did document some stuff. I took a lot of pictures of Hazel. Poor Hazel. Hi Hazel. I've had the time of my life, and this is the stuff on my desk that's just come out of one suitcase. I had 3 suitcases and I still mailed 2 boxes home. This was what came out of my carry-on luggage. I thrifted. I had a blast with my gal pals. I went all over southern Manitoba. I met some new people. I met friends and family, got to do the crop on the Saturday with all my gal pals. It was just crazy. So when I'm showing you these videos, these are my haul videos for the next little while. There's going to be at least 5, if not more, because I don't know. There's a couple of lots of stuff that I don't think I could do all in one video, but I'm going to try. So I got to Manitoba on the Sunday and did, a couple of days of family stuff. And then on Tuesday already, I met up with Thelma and a couple of other gals. Now, I'm not going to mention which gals, which days for some of them, because some of them were kind of avoiding other duties like work in order to participate. So I'm not mentioning any names because we don't want to get anybody in trouble. And so some people had made excuses for other activities in order to be able to come and join me. And again, not telling, your secrets are safe with me. So I had Tuesday for sure with Thelma and some gal pals. And then already on Wednesday, Hazel came to Manitoba. Now, if you don't know, Hazel is Hazel Anaka Designs on YouTube. She's a fellow collaborator. She participates in our Happy Mail movement. She participates in Thrifty Canucks. And her and I hit it off right from the get-go. I love her sense of humor. I love her ideas. We share a lot of different techniques and styles. And so we just bantered back and forth for the last, year or two. And then I just said, you want to come to Manitoba? And she did. And we had so much fun. I can't even go into all the details of things that went on, but what a great gal to meet and to bring into my group of friends to enjoy the journey with. Hazel, thank you so much for coming out, and thank you for all the laughs and putting up with all of my idiosyncrasies and letting us just have some fun with you. First of all, I will tell you what we did to Hazel. Now, Hazel has talked about some of this stuff, so you do have to go and check out her channel too. But Hazel, when she got off the plane, I sort of knew what she looked like because I scouted into some of her Facebook profile and her personal stuff and found some images. I sort of knew just based on those little tiny pictures. But she had no idea what I look like because I don't put a lot of pictures of me on Facebook. I mean, if you dig around, you will find pictures of me, but it's just my thing. I like to keep things private. And we knew that Hazel was Ukrainian. And so Thelma is Ukrainian. I'm married to a Ukrainian, and a lot of my friends are Ukrainian. So we were looking for a way to get some Ukrainian dancers or something to represent the Ukraine so that when she came down I'm laughing. When she came down the escalator, she would see us. Now, she has her version of the story. But what would happen was Thelma and I found a Ukrainian tablecloth the day before. And so she stitched it into 2 aprons that we wore. Hazel, I think you're going to have to show those pictures. I will eventually show some too. So she made us 2 aprons, long ones, right down to the ground, and then we had shawls like babushkas, like babas would wear, and we looked like 2 Ukrainian babas. She had a ring of flowers. I don't know what it's called. Hazel or Thelma can tell you what it's called. With the ribbons that they wear. It's a ceremonial dance thing that they wear, like a headdress. And then apparently in the Ukraine, the more red beads you own, the higher your status is in the community. And so Thelma presented her with, or had some red beads to present to her. And then she had a loaf of the Ukrainian bread on a scarf, like a Ukrainian scarf that holds the bread, that we would present to her when she got off the plane. So we also had a sign made up that said, welcome in Ukraine, and then Hazel. Now, Hazel had no idea what we looked like. So as people were coming down the escalator, of course, people were smiling, and some people knew what we were saying, and they said hello back to us. And a couple people even said they wish they were Hazel, or thank you for presenting like this. And then all of a sudden, this woman was at the top of the escalator, and I nudged Thelma, and I said, Thelma, I think that's her. And as she come down, she was scouting around. I think she was looking for some sign of, and she hadn't asked me, which is funny in itself. But she was looking for some sign as to who or what was picking her up, right? But she knew that I told her I was going to be at her beck and call all week, and that somebody was picking her up. Well, when she caught eyes of the two of us, her head just pushed back, and she rolled her eyes, and she laughed. She laughed. And I'm sure in her mind she was thinking, oh no, that's a couple of wingnuts that I'm going to be hanging out with. And she came down the escalator. We put the ring of flowers on her head, presented her with the beads and the bread, and took a bunch of pictures of her. So she's got pictures. She also took pictures of us. So hopefully, I think we really should show the pictures, Hazel. So if you do want to show them. But this was the start of the week for her, and the start of craziness. And then once we got her bags, we right away took her. We were going to go for lunch, but our very first stop was a thrift shop. It was the Salvation Army, very close to the hotel. So she got a taste of what we were like right from the get-go, and she never stopped thrifting after that. We went for a long lunch, and then, there was some trial and tribulation of getting her into a hotel, but we did manage to do that by the end of the day. And then I told her I was picking her up at 7 a.m, and we were going out east to meet Ruth, and Thelma and myself, where we were all of us were going together. And we never stopped thrifting right up until Saturday. So I will give you little tidbits and more information as we go along. But I will start with this now, because this is a huge pile here on my desk, and I know this is going to take me a while to get through. Some of this is thrifted. Some of this was gifted to me. Some of this, was found, just a mishmash of stuff. Thelma gave me a big box of goodies. Hazel gave me goodies. So it's going to be always mixed up. But this is just suitcase number 1. This was my carry-on luggage, which thankfully, when I got to the airport coming home, I was able to surrender it right away into baggage, so I didn't have to carry it around, because even this thing was heavy. And this is just the thrifted part of the suitcase. Of course, there was stuff in it that I needed on a daily basis and stuff. So there's more and way more stories. So I'm going to get started with showing you what I got. So these came from Hazel. Hazel brought all kinds of goodies for me, but in an effort to pack things and get things shipped home, things were packed strategically to fit in the suitcases or the boxes or the weight. So things are all over the place. So which is why I've got to get started and get this done and put away. So these were some of the things that Hazel gave me. She gave me some wallpaper. There's a couple sheets here of vintage wallpaper, which is just gorgeous, and can be used for lots of different projects. I'm just going to move really quickly with this. She gave me this certificate paper. There's some here in this shiny gold, and then different colors, including like blues and greens, an assortment of stuff. This I know she thrifted in 2 different packages. She got a package, I think, of the gold ones, and then she also got a separate package of the multicolored ones, and handed them out to lots of people at the crop and during the week. So that was something she thrifted. And then she did bring me, and I think there's another one somewhere else, but I don't know where it is. She made these, or is this the wallpaper? No, this is an envelope she made. Yes, she stitched it. Now, where does it open? Here it is. It's a wallpaper envelope, and I love this idea. So I'm going to use these, or use them and make them for different projects, because I see lots of possibilities with these. And this one is another one that is stitched. And I know that there's either more of this wallpaper or another envelope somewhere in this stuff. I don't know where. And then she brought me some cardstock paper. It's really nice paper that I can use for an assortment of things. And she brought me this wallpaper, which I just love. And it's blue. And I think this napkin came from her. I'm pretty sure it came from her. So it's very complimentary to this piece. So I will enjoy using that. And she gave me some butterfly wrapping paper. If you've been watching the videos of her thrifted stuff, she's got some fun projects or fun items from the sharing table at the Crop. We have an amazing sharing table. So yeah, this came from from Hazel. I think this tissue came from Hazel. I'm not sure. I think it did. And then she gave me some sheets of Braille, and it had to do with the election. Now, I don't read Braille, but it's really interesting as far as the feel of it. So I'm going to definitely use this in some journal projects. And I know she had given me this envelope full of stuff, but I don't know where it ended up. Again, it was one of those things that I was stuffing things in corners and just trying to make everything fit. So it is a schmozzle of stuff. So she gave me this playing card, and then this is an Alice in Wonderland type of game piece. Oh, it's a playing card as well with a bird on it. Love that. These are jumbo cards inside of an envelope, and I know there was a lot of stuff, lots of stuff, but I had taken it, again, out. She gave me these lunch bags, or, gift bags. They have distress painting and some polka dots on them. Fun stuff. I think what I'm going to probably do is cut them short and use them for pockets, and then use this for journal cards and tags and stuff. So lots of fun projects ahead here, or maybe even a bag book. I've been talking about making bag books again because I used to make a lot of them, so that might happen as well. She gave me some coupons, some angel stickers, angel stickers, and I know that she gave me 2 of these large tea bags. There's lots of stuff she gave me, but I don't know where it ended up. So yeah, that comes from Hazel. But I do pretty much remember who gave me what. Now, this was my thrifting. It was a guest book, and I don't know where the cover went. I was playing with the cover when at our Crop, and I was using this paper at the Crop. So it's just a guest book, maybe from a wedding book, I think. My thought process on this is that I will just use some washi tape to cover that up, or a sticker or a label or something, and then use this as journal paper inside of a journal. Pretty easy, pretty fast. It's already got some nice aging to the edges of it, so I really don't have anything to do with it, or have to do anything to it except cover the guest thing. And it's on both sides, so I would figure that out. And just to make it easier, like if you glue something across here and you fold it in half, you risk having a little crease or where the paper will buckle. So I think what I would do is I would cover up right to the end of the S here, like the writing where it says guest, and that is where I would fold this over. And same with on this side. I would really make it not whatever I put on here to cover not show up within or within the folds of the paper. Does that make sense? I'm talking a mile a minute because I just unpacked all my suitcases, and I'm reliving my purchases all over again and getting excited because some of this stuff I haven't seen since I bought it, and it just got put in the suitcases. So lots of fun there. Now, this came from Hazel too. This is a quilted piece that she's gone and done some slow stitching on. I see there's a few threads here. And I'll just bring that up close for you to see here. So this is a fun piece. I could see making like a little notebook type journal out of this. Like, it's just very interesting, and playing on these colors, of course. Now this, I think this came from Thelma. I think it came from Thelma. It looks like Thelma. It is a sheer fabric with fibers. It might have come from Hazel. I'm not sure. Hazel, let me know if it came from you or Thelma. But it has, it's part of the sleeve, and it's almost the whole top. Yeah, it's almost the whole top here. So I think it's a Thelma thing. I'm not 100%. But it's very glittery and sheer and lots of fibers and sequins. So this will be fun to play with, to use in some of my stuff. Now this, I bought a sari, and it came with this dark blue teal sleeves, but in order to fold it up to make it fit in my suitcase, I ended up cutting the sleeve part off, and just putting the cuffs, because they're very bulky, very thick. So I will use them for something. I will take the seam apart and use them for something separate. But you will see this, eventually you will see this pink sari come through, and there's also a blue scarf that is separate from this, and the sleeves are here somewhere in the pile, or in one of the piles. And the only reason I did it was because this was so bulky to fold up, and I figured this way I could just take these and stick them, in a tuck spot somewhere. And then this came from Thelma, but I think this was gifted to Hazel, and then she gave me some of it to play with. We did a lot of chopping and cutting and gifting back and forth with each other with the different things that we got from each other. So yeah, there's going to be some crossover and some confusion as to who gave what. But this is almost like a gauzy, it's a very linen cotton piece. So I can see having lots of fun with this fabric. And then this one I bought somewhere in my thrifting travels. Just very retro, very, boho style, in my colors that I love so much, this oranges and greens. So yeah, this was one I bought. There's probably a couple yards here, and I don't know if there's a date. I'll just quickly look. I don't see anything that looks like a date here yet. Maybe not. Yeah, no, I don't see a date, but it is definitely, if it's not retro, it's definitely a retro style for sure. And this came from Hazel, I think, or did I? No, I bought this. Yes. This scarf I bought, as well as this one coming up at a thrift shop that we were in Winkler. Now, speaking of Winkler, here's a little story for you. Hazel and I were in one of the stores in Winkler, I think the store I bought these, and we were discussing some different paper stuff that we were looking at in kind of the craft section. And we were saying, well, you could do this, or you could do that, or you could use it for this, or you could use it for that. And all of a sudden, this girl comes up to me and Hazel, and she said, "You must be journalers, junk journalers." And Hazel looked at her and said, "You want to know that we're YouTube celebrities?" And then she looked at me and she said, "You must be Kim." And as it turns out, now this girl's name is Lori. Lori W. I'm not going to say her last name, but Lori W. And she was very shocked to see us there. And she said, "I follow you on YouTube." And she was supposed to meet me last year with Ruth from St. Anne. Now, she's from the Winkler area. I don't know if she actually lives in Winkler, but she was shopping there. And she was supposed to meet me last year with Ruth and spend the day thrifting. We were going to, the three of us go thrifting, but she ended up getting called into work and couldn't get out of it. So I ended up going with Ruth, just myself. But I at least got to meet Lori this time. Hi, Lori. So nice to have met you. She's doing a craft show coming up, selling her journals. And we just talked about that, and I gave her a few different ideas, and she gave me some ideas, and it was just fun to meet someone in person that, that comments on your videos, and for her too. I guess it was fun to meet me and Hazel. So now Hazel's got hopefully a new subscriber. And then it turns out that she also knew Thelma. And apparently 10 years before, she had met Thelma and sat next to her at a crop, and learned a lot of different things from Thelma at the time. Thelma couldn't remember, and Thelma goes to a lot of different events throughout Manitoba. But still, it was fun to reunite the two of them and to meet Lori in person. So nice to meet you, Lori, and I hope to see you online more. And next year, you are definitely coming with us when we go thrifting. So all that said, that's where I bought this scarf from. Pretty sure that's where I got it from. So this is a great piece to individually cut out these butterflies, leaving a little bit of a margin around there, and either slow stitching it or stitching it onto a project. Or another thing I could do is iron it onto an interfacing and then fussy cut it out and use it as kind of an applique on something. So there's lots of possibilities here. I can also cut this up to make a book cover, just, knowing that I might cut off or cut around some of the butterflies, but lots of possibilities on this one. And this one too is kind of a wool blend. I can feel the wool in here, but it's such a beautiful scarf. It's almost got this Ukrainian look to it. And lots of beautiful roses on here. So this would make a gorgeous, gorgeous book cover. Again, I'm going into making all these journal covers, but eventually I will get there and start making them in mass. But yeah, just a beautiful scarf. And I think both of these scarves I only paid a couple dollars for. And they had senior discount as well, so that was great. Now this, you may have seen this in a previous video. Thelma had sent me quite a large piece a while ago. It's a tablecloth made up of all of these little doilies. And I have started to cut them out individually and use them sort of as a base with putting, like, you can put like a cameo on top, or, some flowers or something to create a little cluster. And she had given me quite a big piece before, and I did cut up, and send, in 2s or 1s or whatever, or 4s to other people to share in Happy Mail to give people. And when I got there, Thelma presented me with a great big container of goodies, and some more of this tablecloth was in there. She said she doesn't need it all. She knows that I cut things up and put them in Happy Mail as well, and she knows that I will use it. So I got more of it. So I was pretty excited about that. Now this fabric has a story all on its own. I have a journal from Thelma made with this very same fabric. I don't know where it is. It's on one of my cupboards, like on my journal shelves. And we were thrifting at Value Village, and the one very close to Thelma's house. And I found this fabric, and I said, "Oh my God, I love this fabric." I said, "But I recognize it." And she said, "Yeah, that fabric used to be mine. And I gifted it or donated it to the thrift shop." Well, because I have a journal made out of it, and I was reminded that's where I saw it, I had to buy the rest of it. So I had to buy the fabric. And this was not the only piece of fabric that Thelma donated to the thrift shop that I had picked up and zeroed in on right away. And she said, "Well, next year, I'm not even going to take the fabric to the thrift shop. I'm just going to keep it for when you come." Probably not a good idea, Thelma. Look how much stuff I've come home with as it is. but yeah, it was just a fun story to share with all of you that I had to buy her fabric and donate to Value Village in order to get it. So then there's some stuff. Now, I went to, I had a day thrifting with my friend Sherry. Sherry had a really bad cold during our stay, or during the crop, so she didn't make it to the crop. And so her and I managed to get a few hours to go thrifting together in Winnipeg. And I bought these envelopes and stationery. It was a big, huge set. I gave half of it to, or some of it, I don't know if I gave her half or not, but some of it to Sherry. And these are the cards. They're just beautiful. And the envelopes, both the large and the small envelopes, have this inside for a lining. So easy peasy to decorate these even further. They already have a bit of a, vintage yellowy look to them. And here's the small envelopes here. And again, they have that as well. They had some plain stationery that you would use to go in these envelopes, but I left that with Sherry because I said, it's just paper. Use it for making notes or put it by the phone. I didn't need to take it with me, and I didn't need the big box, so she got the box. So I just put a handful of them here in this baggie, and that's what I brought home. This I bought at the Dollar Tree, and it's just multicolored, that plastic trim. But I have never seen it in the multicolors like this. So if you go to the Dollar Tree, this was at the Dollar Tree, and it's just so pretty. And you could cut these off as individual pieces to embellish, or in strips, or you can cut it long and one width just to use as a border or for belly bands or pockets or whatever. So I thought it was, I think it was a $1.50 a roll, and I just really, really liked it. So I bought 2 rolls for my use. But yeah, if you have Dollar Trees where you live, check it out, because the Dollar Tree I went to on McPhillips in Winnipeg had lots of this trim. There were a couple other things that I bought from the Dollar Tree, but I think they ended up in a box on the way home. So I will show you this when I find them. So you see, I picked a lot of stuff here. Now, I think we were in Altona. I don't know who I was with at the time, but, some of the gal pals. Somebody bought this. It's measuring masking tape. So it's a roll of tape. I'm going to open this up. And I guess you just lay it down and use it as you want. Yeah, it's sticky. Yeah, it's like a tape. And so you can use it to measure. But I just thought this would be like a fun washi tape, wouldn't it? To use on projects. And there's certainly a lot of it. There are 60 feet in total. So 20 times 36 inches long, repeat. Okay, so that means there's 20 yards or 60 feet on here that can be used for either, like I said, washi tape or for removable measuring. Sometimes you want to measure something and to use a measuring tape, it slides all over, or if you're using a ruler, it's too bulky or not long enough. So this might be fun to use for that purpose. But as well, I really see using it as a washi tape of some kind on my projects. And then, of course, we get the packing material that we can use to cover. Now, this is only part of a bag, but it was a bag of goodies that I couldn't leave it behind. A lot of it is, stuff I may not use. Oh, I see something else in here. I'll put that aside and tell you the story on that. Some of it I may not use, so it might end up in Happy Mail. But I paid $3.99, and then I got a discount on it. But it's just a grab bag of little bits and pieces. Some white pumpkins, some Canada stickers. I could see myself using those on Happy Mail. Gingerbread man and candy canes. I wouldn't use it, but I will put it in Happy Mail to somebody. Some bling, some flowers. So all this was for $3.99. Sort of a I Love Canada. There's some different things. I thought this was quite interesting. They are stickers, bling stickers, and I love the colors, although they look like bats. I think that they're some kind of a, here, I'll just put this underneath it. They look like some kind of a bat. So I thought for $3.99 less my discount that I ended up, I thought I did pretty good with this. A piece of foam, and there were other foams, but I know I wedged them into something to hold it in place because I don't use a lot of this foam, but I thought maybe I could just soften the blow for some of the things that I bought. And some more blingy pieces. Looks like there's a few in here. Some stickers, which, again, I will probably pass on. Some A to Z stickers. Some Halloween papers that I would never use, but I may pass along. If you are watching this and you are expecting Happy Mail from me, if you see something in here that's, if I have it left over and somebody else hasn't claimed it, let me know. I might throw it in for you. Some more pieces of foam. As I said, there was quite a bit of this foam. So it was a huge package. This was just full, jammed full. So for $3.99, I thought I did pretty good. This, I think, is some kind of a postcard. Yes. Been there, done that. Toronto. Yeah, I've been there, done that. Frontline worker. A card kit for making a little card. I think this was the envelope that goes with the card. Some scrapbooky things. But there's way more than this. I just, like I said, stuffed in every available piece wherever I could. Some more scrapbook paper. Some really blingy butterflies. I'll just turn this over so you can maybe see them better. I hope you can see that. Some cute shell stickers that are iridescent colors. More stickers, some Halloween type stickers that I would never in a million years use, but yeah, so if you see it, let me know. Oh, by the way, just so you know, this is my new crystal 24-point lead, or however you say it, crystal garbage can. I bought it for $3 at the thrift shop before I left. And then some more blingy things. There's a couple of different kinds, and then there's some snowflakes in here as well. But there's a lot more to this bag. So as I come across it, I will certainly let you know that it was part of this bag, and anything else that there's a story to. Oh, I'm not getting that in that bag. I'll just put it over there. I'm putting everything into a laundry basket that I brought downstairs. Now, this came from Hazel, and so did this. Some beautiful floral wallpaper. Now, I think I watched her open this online. Or did you buy this? Maybe that's what it was. Was this one you bought at the thrift shop in Winkler? We went to 3 thrift shops in Winkler. Apparently, there's 5. We only went to 3 of them, but that was enough. But yeah, beautiful border wallpaper. And then she gifted me this crochet cotton, which is great for doing journal pamphlet stitch for journals. So that will automatically go with my stuff over there, which you can't see. And thank you, Hazel. And then somewhere in our travels, now this I think was when I was with Ruth and Hazel and Thelma. They had these lovely mirror cases, and I'm going to be gifting a couple of these in some junk journal boxes. They are, oh, this one's got a little bit of a crack in it. Oh, no, that's just paper. They are mirrored boxes. Now, they open this way. Here we go. Yeah, so this is just plastic in between. They're mirrored boxes, and I guess this is just a little cover on it. Yes, that's what it is. So this comes off, and you have this beautiful chrome case. I'm not going to take it off right now. But they have this Asian motif on it. It's like a faux ivory on top of here, or like a resin. And we figured out that business cards fit really nicely in here. So I gifted one to each of the girls when we were thrifting. So Ruth got one, Hazel got one, and Thelma got one. Or no, I gave them to Thelma. I don't remember. Anyway, Thelma took one She blinged it up. Now, if you go to Hazel's channel, you'll see it. She blinged it up, and the next day gave it to Hazel, filled with business cards with Hazel's information. She went to Hazel's Facebook page and her YouTube channel, got all her information, printed her business cards so that she could hand out to the different girls that she met in our travels and at the crop, so that they can have all her information and possibly follow her channel. So Hazel was just tickled with the idea, and I thought, that's pretty amazing. And so then I ended up giving Thelma a couple more of these, because I think I got 7 or 8 of them. And she was going to bling them up for other people, and gift them out. So who knows if you're on that list to get these. If not, Thelma is coming here in May. Yay! And so is Barb. Yay! So they may go home with some of these, and you may get gifted one here or there, one way or another. But yeah, it depends on if I still have them left when she gets here. So that's the story on those. But do check out Hazel's channel so you can see her fancy blinged up business card holder, because they're perfect size for that. And then I think this came from Altona when we were thrifting. And this bag has seen better days, so I'm going to let this one open up with the staples. It was 40 cents for this bag. This has a little handled, one of those lanyard hooks, you know, the little lobster claw hooks. So I will probably take this yellow or green thing off. And then it had a couple of key rings, which I can always use. It has a couple, oh, here's another key ring. Here's another one of those lobster. No, it's not a lobster claw. It's got another name where they rotate. It's not coming to me right now. But usually you find lanyards on these, and people put their keys on them and stuff. And then this is one of those clips for, binder clips. And this looks like a clip for holding up your stockings, the old-fashioned stockings. But I bought it for this. That's all I wanted was to have this thing, because it's a belt loop thing. But I just thought it would make a really nice closure for a journal. So that's what I really bought it for, and the rest of this is just extra bonus. Now this key ring, I think this is a magnifier. Yep, it is. So I can put this somewhere in my stash of stuff here so I can see things better. So I bought that for 40 cents, and that all ended up in this lot of stuff that went home. I got to get this in here because my laundry basket has holes in it, so I don't want this to be falling all over, so you have to put up with me putting it away. Okay, so I'm going to put that in that bag and get that off my desk. Now, there is a story behind this. This is not my roll, but I ended up with another roll. Somebody brought an entire metal reel of film, like movie film or whatever. I don't know what's on it. It's really hard to see, but it's great for crafting with. And so the reel kind of got passed around, and we all took some of it. And so I did take my own and rolled it up, which was painstaking. It was painful to do. But I did get mine all rolled up. And then later in the day, I found another one of these sitting on at my desk at the crop. And apparently somebody wanted the metal reel, so they took the rest of this and rolled it up and gifted it to everybody. So everybody got another round of it that wanted it, and anybody that wanted it. Now, it takes a while to roll this up, so kudos to whoever did roll it all up so that the person could get the reel. I will use it in some projects. But now I have 2 rolls, so maybe I will send some to you in Happy Mail. Another purchase. Now, this was at the Mission Thrift Shop. Why? Why did I buy this? I don't know. But it was 50 cents. That's probably why. And they're large index cards. Actually, I think Joan said she was looking for large ones. I'm not sure. Joan from Joan of Arc on YouTube. Anyway, I think she was looking for large ones. But yeah, I bought it for 50 cents. This is stuff I could find at home, but I just couldn't resist the price, probably. But it's heavy. In hindsight, I probably could have left this behind, but I didn't get it charged anything extra for my luggage. It really didn't take any space. So yeah, I let it go. But now I think maybe next time I wouldn't pick stuff like this up because it is heavy and it still takes up room, and maybe I could have bought something else instead. But yeah, it came home with me and it will go in the pile. I use the stuff. It's just I'm surprised that I actually bought it. And then there's these. And there are more of these. I don't know why. I have a weakness for this. I cannot leave these behind when I find them. They are the metal fasteners, but I did do a fun project with them at the crop, and I used some, and so eventually you will see that in some of my videos coming up. And I have a really fun project that I have since came up with in my mind that I am going to create with this using some new digitals coming up. So stay tuned for that. That will be in the very near future, that you can use these clips or another style of clip to create a fun item for your junk journals. But yeah, I paid 50 cents and I buy these every time I see them. I don't know why I need hundreds of them, but I do. So this is almost a full box for there's 50 sets in here. They come in the 2 pieces. I don't know if I should have showed you. Like there's the base that you put all your papers onto, and then the fastener goes on top. They are expensive to buy. I don't know the current price. I'd have to look online at Staples or Home Office or Home Office or whatever it is, to see the prices. But for 50 cents, yes, they went into my stash. The other thing too is the box is a really nice size box to maybe make a small journal with. So, I was thinking of that. This one I had started to use at the crop, so I did use some of it up. But there are 4 boxes, so those 2 were 50 cents. This one I think was probably $1, and this one was $1. But they're pretty much full. If there's 1 or 2 taken out, that's it. The boxes are full, and this is not all I bought. I bought more. They're just in other containers. So laugh at me if you will, but I've got a fun new project now that I will be sharing with all of you. So do keep your eye out for these. And if you find them, buy them, because the project is going to be so much fun and so easy to do that you'll want these. And then I was with Sherry, my friend that I told you she had not been able to join us at the crop. So I went with her. We had a great lunch together, Sherry and I. Santa Lucia on Main Street. I'm giving them a little plug because they are better than the other Santa Lucias, because they are a very old, long time in that location store. We had the lunch lasagna. It comes with a Greek salad, and it comes with garlic toast, and it was amazing. And it's tried and true, and it never fails as far as a great lunch spot. Another great place to go to in Winnipeg, if you're traveling to Winnipeg, is the Garwood Grill on Pembina Highway. Here's another free shout out for them. I ate there 3 times the first week I was there. On Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. There's a story behind that as well, but I just love it. They have another Greek salad, but I will say it's better than Santa Lucia, but I love the lasagna, the lunch thing at Santa Lucia. But at Garwood Grill, their Greek salad is amazing. It's like a boat of salad, and then they put grilled chicken on top, or you could have souvlaki and all that kind of stuff. Amazing, good prices, and again, tried and true restaurant where the food is always good. And the lineups are long. Anyway, I was with Sherry that day, and she gifted me. Sorry, Thelma came home with me because I know Thelma loves seam binding. But Thelma, you'll be here in a few short weeks, and you'll probably be scooping it back to take back with you. And you can have the seam binding, but I really love these old seam binding cartons. From Eaton's. I love using them as tags in journals. They're great for a sewing journal. They're great to just use as a little tuck item to tuck into a pocket or, a little tuck spot. Fun pieces. So that is almost more exciting than the seam binding itself. But I love yellow too. There's yellow, there's brown. This one is Belding's seam binding, and another one from Eaton's. So if you're careful and you cut these off, you get 2 tags out of the one seam binding. And I always look for these, even if there's only like 6 inches left on the seam binding. I want the cardboard holder. So I got that. That came as a gift from Sherry. And then Sherry and I, again, thrifting, we found this. Woo, talk about a big mistake. Too bad, so sad for Value Village. It was $3.99. There were 2 rolls of this in the same package for $3.99. So I gave one to Sherry and brought the other one home. And this ribbon is beautiful. And look at how much there is. So you can bet some of this will be coming back your way, but it's a very glittery, nice trimmed ribbon. Can you see the colors, I hope? Would be great in a peacock journal, would be great for belly bands, tuck spots, all kinds of fun things. And just beautiful trim in itself. Would make lovely ruffles as well to put on your projects. That was a pretty lousy attempt at making a ruffle, but so there is a lot of it, and I am excited to find this, and it was fun to share it with Sherry, and I'll be able to use it in lots of upcoming projects. And you might get some in Happy Mail, who knows. And then, now, this is not all the jewelry. This is only some pickings here and there that I've picked up in my travels. I would have to say that my prime piece was this one. I paid $3 for it. It was $3, and I am excited to be able to use this in a project. It's got a little bit of a nick here, but that's okay. It is a necklace with all of these coins hanging down from it. And of all places to find this, for those of you that live in Manitoba, for those of you that go thrifting in Manitoba, and for those of you that go thrifting with me or have gone with me in the past in Manitoba, of all the places in the world to find this necklace, I found it in Plum Coulee. And yes, that is a place. Just like Timbuktu is a place, so is Plum Coulee. And, we do have the phrase from Timbuktu to Plum Coulee, and we use it. But Plum Coulee is not it's a very high German Mennonite community. And so it's not the place that I would ever think that I might find a necklace like this. And there it was, waiting for me. The fun part about this is all of these coins are on jump rings that I can remove from here. I would remove probably every third one or every second one, or maybe 2 out of 3, depending on the project I'm working with. And then I would bead it with beads that are complementary to whatever the project is that I'm going to use this for. So, for example, if I was making a purple journal cover, I might remove 3/4 of these coins and put in some purple beads and maybe whatever other colors that I'm using in the journal to complement both the journal and the journal cover. And then I would be left with all the extra coins that I can use as, embellishments on other projects. So it's a win-win as far as being able to use this. And then, the chain is definitely separate and something I can use on another project as well. But I just love it. And for $3, I would have to say in the jewelry, this might be, although there are a few other things, this might be one of my prize pieces that I got this time around. Just love the pattern in here. It looks very ornate, although it's kind of a pot metal type of stuff. It's not a good quality metal, which is probably why there's a little gouge in here, but it's still very beautiful. Beautiful piece. And then I think I don't remember where I got this. Might have been at a thrift shop. I'm not sure. Knowing me, I only paid $1 for it because I refuse to pay more. I found jewelry to be a little bit more expensive in Manitoba than what I'm used to now. But I probably only paid $1 for this because I wouldn't pay more, only because I know how much jewelry I have and I know how much jewelry I can get. So this is something that I probably bought somewhere and paid $1, or I know I was wearing it for a day, so I must have picked it up thrifting, and if not, I might have got it on the free table at yeah, maybe that's where I got it, the free table at our crop. I've just barely talked about it, but I know Hazel has talked about it more. The free table or the sharing table is where people bring stuff when they come to the crop. They just bring stuff to unload off of their table or off of their craft room at home. So there might be leftover material, papers they don't want, jewelry, craft supplies, punches. You'll see some of the things that Hazel took. I tried to limit what I took. I did take some. So I think that's where this came from, because I remember wearing it all day wherever I was. And then I'm just going to take this out of the bag here. Now this one I believe came from Thelma, and it just got put in this bag because I was trying to manage all my jewelry all in one place. Although this is not all the jewelry. So it is a glass multi-strand, multifaceted. This is kind of an opal colored glass bead, like a little bit translucent, but a little bit opaque. So beautiful. And then the brown crystal ones as well. Very, very pretty. My colors, my style. So I will enjoy using that. I could see even using that with this, combining the two together. This was a find, and this I got at the Mission thrift shop in Winkler. And so beautiful chain tassel with black chain on the bottom. I love this idea. I think I might have to incorporate that into some projects. Love this medallion. I mean, it's not an expensive piece, but it just looks very rich. Love the ornate trim around it and that it's double-sided. I would use this as a finishing piece on a journal, definitely. But this will go in the stash for a while because it's one of those things that I have to just touchy-feely and look at it for a while. And, it's like my precious. Although I do have a few precious pieces in here today. This one also I probably paid $1 for because I won't spend a lot of money. Or maybe this was 50 cents. I think this one was 50 cents as well, surprisingly. I liked it for the silver medallions and the silver leaves, and I wouldn't have paid more than, I know I wouldn't have paid more than $1. And this one for sure, I know Thelma bought for me, and she paid $1 for it. This one, I think I bought this one in Morden. Morden has 2 thrift shops, and this one I paid $1 for because it's unmarked. And very interesting piece. It has some feathers. It has a bird, a key. Love the eclecticness of it. And, that it has all these little dangles added on to the bottom. Love this idea. And so this is going to go in the back burner for now, but I think I see some embellishment ideas to make something similar to this, and then do the same process. So stay tuned, because that's an idea that's coming to mind, and this would be very easy to replicate using other materials. And a great way to use up excess beads and stuff. This one, when I say I wouldn't spend more than $1, this one I did splurge on. It was $2. I went all out. It is enamel inlay here, where they've got different colors of enamel. I hope you can see how intricate it is. Chain is nothing to write home about, but I will probably use it on something. But I really liked this piece, so I could see using this on something very special. It almost looks like a little purse. So again, this is something I could see replicating in a way. So stay tuned. There might be something that, and which is why sometimes I will invest a little bit more in some of these things, because I get ideas that I can put this and do something similar to this. So yeah, might be coming up in some techniques. And this one was $1, and I really shouldn't be showing this on my channel, and hopefully she isn't watching, but it really doesn't matter. Barb is coming to New Brunswick at the same time as Thelma. They are actually going to be on the same flight coming out. Barb's leaving out of Moncton after a week, and Thelma is going to stay on for another week and then go to Nova Scotia. We're going to end up in Nova Scotia, and she'll fly out of Nova Scotia. But this is a little cloche, a little tiny cloche, and I know you probably can't see it. That's why I've been tapping it. It is full of glitter, and there is an Eiffel Tower in here. And our Barb loves anything blingy and anything Paris, anything. So this is going to go in the suitcase for her one way or another. Hopefully she's not watching. And if she is, oh well, now you know why you're coming to New Brunswick, because you have to come and get all these fun things. And yeah, so this will be for her automatically. I bought that for her. I could have gifted it to her there, but I did send her something else or give her something else while I was there. So she has to come and get this. That's the thing with these girls. I tell them now, oh yeah, I've got that for you. Yeah, if you're looking for that, I've got it. But now you got to come and get it. This one was 50 cents. That I know I got at the same Mission store that I got this one. And I know I paid 50 cents for this one. And same with this leaf one. Now it's coming to me that I bought that for 50 cents too. So this was 50 cents. It is just black and silver beads, but they are all individually linked, so I can open them up at any length I want and create a variety of dangles. So all I have to do is take this apart like this, and that's an instant dangle. And I can, go a few feet longer. I can make them shorter. I can add other charms and things onto them. But because they're all individually linked, it's very easy to take this and make instant dangles with it quite quickly. So that is why I buy it. I do have a lot of black beads. I don't need any more black beads, but for 50 cents and with this much work already done for me, it's a no-brainer. It has to go in my stash. So that's it. I think I'm way over an hour by now, or it must be very close to one. So that's it for what I'm showing you today. Remember, this is just what came out of my carry-on luggage. So you can't even imagine all the things and the stories that I'm going to have to tell you with the stuff that's coming up in the future. So it is Monday. I'm hoping I get this up and uploaded today. This is my first day home. Tomorrow is Tuesday. I will be doing one of my Global Land reviews on product reviews, and based on your comments, it's going to be that flower set. I'm going to show you how I use those flower sets and how the dies work. They're gorgeous, by the way. I did play around with them already, and I love them. So that will be Tuesday. Wednesday will probably be Happy Mail, because I have quite a stack of Happy Mail there waiting for me to open and get those out. So I will do the Happy Mail on Wednesday. Thursday, I'm probably going to try to do another one of these thrifty videos to show you some more stuff out of my suitcases, because I've got at least 5 videos just on the suitcases and the 2 boxes that I mailed back. And then Friday will be maybe a follow-up. I do want to get a set of digitals out. I don't know if I'm going to get them out this Friday for sure. So it may be early next week that I get them out, or by next Friday for sure. I will see what I can work out. And then Saturday will be Arm's Length Art. I see that some of you have been playing Arm's Length Art. I'm so happy to see that. I have left a few little comments, but I really didn't have time to do much on Facebook or YouTube. So I will be reviewing all of that and sending out some little happy mail for those who took the time to participate each week and play. So I really appreciate that. So Saturday we will have an Arm's Length Art Day. I've got a million things to work on, so there's no shortage of stuff for me to do. So I hope you're having a very creative week and that you had a happy Easter. And I look forward to seeing you every day this week. So stay tuned. That's it. That's all for today. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.